Hey guys, F Pops here. Okay, it's hot. It's summer. It's August. We're in Palm Beach, Florida. We've got an evaporator in this car for the air conditioning. We know it's plugged. It's not letting much air blow through the vents, and therefore what's coming out is cold, but it's not enough. And so we're not getting full efficiency on this thing. So when it gets super hot out, it can't even keep the car cool. At nighttime at best, yeah, it'll cool the car down. So it's the evaporator that needs to be cleaned, but to get to that, you'd have to pull off the whole dashboard. That's like a 4-hour job. Then you got to get into the heater box, which houses the evaporator coil, and then you could clean it. You could clean it thoroughly then. This system has no leaks. We checked it out, put it into a deep vacuum. It held the vacuum. We replaced the suction line that had the orifice tube in it that was all plugged. You hear pow, and then there's a release of the freon in the air. That was the overpressure relief on the compressor itself, and glad it was there. So anyways, by replacing the suction line and the orifice tube, that solved the problem. We opened the old one up, cut into the aluminum tube, and found the orifice to be totally plugged. Any which way, we got two items here. I've used both of them. This is Frostking. It's an excellent cleaner, and it foams up. You spray it on the evaporator, and you let it sit on there for 15 minutes, and it's self-rinsing, and it does a terrific job, and it gets all the grime off. And there's another one here, kool-it by LubeGuard. I'm not a sponsor of either one of these products. I just happen to use them and they work well, so I'm passing this on. This one, kool-it by LubeGuard. This one also cleans, but it leaves the thing smelling great. Leaves your whole car smelling great. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and show you how to get in here. And we're going for the cabin filter. And there's one screw right there. There's another one right here, and another one right there. Oh yeah, and there's another one right there. So what we got to do first, we got to lift this molding up here. I'm going to go ahead, get that done, remove this cowl, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and remove these screws. So we can get into this thing. That's great, terrific. Okay. First, let's remove this cowling back to right about there. Okay, we got one out here. Now we're going to go ahead and get this one. These things are become brittle after time. They actually screw into a plastic housing. There, you can actually pull them right out of there. That's how well they're in there. Okay, we got 2 out, we got 3 out. Let's go for number 4. Boy, it's hot out. Okay, now the trick is getting this out. Okay, we got that part out. What are we hung up on here? Hung up on something over at this end. What, the windshield wiper? There we go. Okay. So anyways, the cowling's out of the way. And we're gonna have to, I say we're gonna have to take that out there. That's a number 10. 2 bolts there, one on the other side, I believe. Let me go ahead and get a number 10 set up here so we can get that out. This is the windshield washer reservoir. I'm sure that is not a 10. Let me get a 10 here. You gotta love it. Perfect. Alright guys, I've got the number 10. Let's see if we can get this out of here. Okay, dash we're loosening up. Okay, and this can be done on any car, okay? Now, if you brought to the dealer, I guarantee you, it's going to be a $1,200 job to get this done. Remember, they got to take the whole dash off. It's just the nature of the beast. But I'm gonna show you how to do this without taking the dash off and be able to see your results almost instantly. Now remember, on this particular car, it's 4 hours to take the dash off. And then you gotta evacuate the whole Freon out of the system. It's quite a job. This way you don't have to evacuate it. You don't have to pull the heater box / evaporator core out of the firewall or attached to the firewall. So, okay, we're getting these. They're coming. They're slowly but surely. This is a, please bear with me, this is a small car. But the principle is the same. And yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be dropping your pieces, your screws. down there. Okay, that's terrific. Terrific. All right, we'll get that later. All right, now, yeah, there's only one at this side. In fact, do we have enough space to get? No, not really. We might though. Let me get it out of there. Kind of at a blind spot. Really? Oh boy, that one's in tight. Terrific. Okay. Haven't been able to get that one out yet. We will though, because we're determined. Okay. It's this windshield wiper. It's in the way. And the windshield, of course. I think we might have it started. I thought that before too. Yeah, we did. We got it started. Okay. It's hot here. Very, very humid. We've got that tropical storm Fred kind of coming at us. Today is Thursday, August, what is it, 12th? Yeah, August 12th. Just to give you 2021. Just to give you a little timeline on this. Okay, we used another method to clean the evaporator coil. Snaking through the ductwork, we used a visual camera unit. But you know what? That thing disintegrated because of the chemicals. So it wasn't much good. Okay, so now pull your cables out here, and this thing only gonna let you go a certain distance. Okay, there we go. We're moving that. Of course, that was empty. Now there's a couple clips on this guy. You remove the shroud, and here's our filter. We put this in. Better than nothing, right guys? Okay, we're gonna change that. We got a cabin filter for this. When we get done. Okay, the trick here. Yeah, right? Right over there. Okay. All right. So with this can, this is going to be our second treatment, but what they provide is a 30-inch tube. A 30-inch tube here in the kool-it box that we're going to use on the Frostking first. So what we're going to do, we'll take the cap off here. And we remove that. And that fits on there perfectly. Look at that. And don't discard the tube after we're done, because we're going to use that back on the kool-it. That'll be the second treatment. All right, so the next thing you have to do is you have to I'm walking and talking here. You have to start the fan motor and run it at low speed during this process. Okay, let me get it started. Okay, now what you want to do, watch your hands here, because this is where the squirrel cage is, and it's sucking right dead center of the squirrel cage. So what you want to do is shake this really well and start dispersing it. Put your tube down, straight down. Like 3 seconds on, 5 seconds off. Okay, here we go. 3 seconds on, 1001, 1002, 1003. Off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you want to do this until you use up like half the can. Okay, now what this is doing, it's filling the squirrel cage with foam. This stuff will not affect plastic, and it will not corrode metal, which is good for your aluminum evaporator. Okay, seeing we're not down there yet.